Guys, she's a little drunk. Who said woo?
All of us.
Thanks. All right. So hi, my name is Hollis Westling. Last time I performed this mic, my opener was talking about like pre-show routines, and I'm doing stand-up more and more often, so I'm trying to find a pre-show routine that like fits like with me. And last time I ate 3 hard-boiled eggs, one right after the other, and that's not for me. This time, on the way here, I listened to Mambo No. 5 on repeat, which I recently discovered that Mambo No. 5 is not actually Mo Bamba. I thought that Mo Bamba was just Mambo No. 5 making a very well-deserved comeback, but it's a different song. Did you just ask if I'm going through a breakup?
Sure. Are you going to break up?
I am, yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate you asking me that, because it's really fucking hard. Yeah, I'm going through a breakup, and thank you, Augie. It turns out that breakups are really hard when you actually like the person, which wasn't really the situation with my last 3 relationships. My last 3 breakups were like emotional torture, like going into it, during it, and coming out of it. Mostly because I made it worse for myself, because I did the thing where I felt bad and I was like, oh, we can be friends. And that didn't work. Obviously. And actually, my ex-girlfriend was supposed to be in the audience tonight. I was gonna do a joke about it. But she's not here, so I'm just gonna talk about it. This is the woman who took my virginity. And we're actually very good friends now. I was gonna do a joke about her vagina, but I feel like it would be in poor taste. She's gonna be so mad at me. I like okayed a different joke with her. I like sent it to her, I was like, can I do this joke about you? She's like, that's fine. I didn't okay the vagina joke. But she has the flu, so she's close to death, so it's fine. Recently, so as I said, I'm going through a breakup. And I recently went to a gay bar, Flaming Saddles. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it is so much. And I went there with my friends Augie. He's over there, the guy who wooed at the joke, that breakup joke too. All right. And my friend Miriam, and this woman comes over and starts to hit on me, and I freaked out because it had been like a week since my breakup, so I was like, meh! And so I did what anyone would do, and I deflected the attention onto my friend Miriam, and Miriam was super drunk at this point. She looks the girl in the face and goes, nah, she's ugly, and dances off. So I was left to pick up the pieces. So what I did was I was like, I'm gonna go find my straight friend, and I danced off. My straight friend was making out with a woman with adult braces. I told him I wouldn't talk about that. Oh, okay. All right. Well, speaking of transitions, I recently moved to Los Angeles permanently. Yeah, thank you. I hate it. It turns out that furnishing an apartment is really fucking hard when you're both broke and depressed. Like, my room right now is literally just a mattress on the floor, a mix of like clean and dirty clothes everywhere, dirty tissues that are either filled with snot or cum, we don't know, and then my sister's suitcase because she's visiting the big city because she still believes in herself. Hold on, I have other variations to that joke. Plane. We get it. I have other variations to that joke thanks to my friend Noah, who helped me write these. My sister's suitcase is there because she thinks that she has something special. She's visiting the big city because she recently watched A Star Is Born and thought, I can do that. So as I've said a million times, I'm going through a breakup. And I don't really think I want to date for a bit, because I haven't been single for more than like 3 months since I was 18 when I got my first girlfriend. the one that took my virginity, who was gonna be here, and then I was gonna make a joke about her vagina. Anyway, but I have a bad history of like getting sucked into relationships really quickly, because I like, you know, I'm like, you'll solve all my problems, and then I still hate myself. And then what happens is I get sucked in, and then 3 months in, I'm like, oh my God, I really dislike you as a person. And the next thing you know, you wake up, you've been dating for over a year, and you've just accepted that your life is gonna be unhappy. Forever. So I've been trying to practice self-love, which really just involves masturbating myself to sleep instead of crying myself to sleep. And so far it isn't working. Only the Prozac is. Not to talk about like current events, but how about this fucking college admission scandal, right? It's all over Twitter, guys. I come from a fairly wealthy community. I went to high school on the Dartmouth campus, and so a lot of my classmates' parents worked for Dartmouth, and they were all like, I don't know, I didn't even realize this shit was illegal until this article came out. Like, a bribe to the school went hand in hand with the application fee. Like, I really my friend didn't get into Brown because her mom didn't donate enough money. Like, I know another guy who got a scholarship for water polo at Dartmouth, and I don't think they have a water polo team. Like, rich people are so corrupt, and I didn't realize it until this article came out. Hey guys, another transition that I'm really good at. Ready? I've been watching this dog. I've had the pleasure and privilege of watching this dog this week. His name is Baxter. And I've discovered, right? Baxter, Emily Jordan's dog. He's amazing. And I've discovered that we have a lot in common. For example, we're both really horny and will hump anything that looks like it has a face. And we both freak out when people leave us. Recently, my sister visited. And she actually left yesterday. She was supposed to have a flight at 8 p.m., but at 6 p.m., she was at my apartment in Koreatown and was like, all right, let's go to the airport now. And I was like, you don't know what traffic is, but fine. I have to go take care of this cat. And so I go to take care of this cat in West Hollywood, and then I'm on my way there. And she's like, hey, I left a bunch of my shit at the cat's house in West Hollywood. Can you get it? And I was like, yeah. Then I'm still on my way there, and she calls me. She's like, hey, I left my laptop at your place in Koreatown. And I was like, fuck you. So I go pack up her shit in West Hollywood. Then I have to Uber back because I don't have a car.
Yeah!
And then I, like, go back. My roommate Noah greets me at the door. I'm like, I want to die. And then I have to Uber from my place in Koreatown to Burbank Airport, and this is the first time I've ever seriously considered first-degree murder. It was on my own sister, who's really intense, by the way. The other night, we were in the back of an Uber, super fucked up, because it was her spring break, and she turns to me and she goes, Hollis, I would give you the beating heart out of my chest. I was like, thanks, buddy. That was a lot. It was just like so intense, and I wasn't expecting it. But that's just kind of who she is as a person. To end, this isn't really a joke. And like, anyone who knows me knows that I am never one to be dramatic, and also never one to be, to bring the mood down. But my great-grandma died this morning. Yeah, it's fine. She was 100. This was like, we all knew it was happening. She's been, like, for the last year, we're like, whoa, Gigi's still alive? But she died this morning, and she lived to be 100 years old, which is so old. I'm 21, and I think I'm close to death. Like, she lived to be 100, and she said that her secret was she always took the stairs instead of the elevator, and she would always drink a beer every morning at 11, which just kind of makes her sound like a really athletic alcoholic. But she was great, except as she aged, her memory kind of like left. So sometimes she would drink like 5 beers by 9 a.m. But she was a really fun, hilarious lady. I'm honored to have been a part of her life for 21 years, because that's how old I am. And at her retirement home, she kind of became the cat lady because there were a bunch of stray cats, and she started feeding them because she thought that they were her cats. So she would open her door every morning to just from a bunch of like feral stray cats, and that's the happiest she's ever been. And on that note, thanks guys. I'm Hollis.